It's your worship, cuz I am your favorite freedom fighter, thugging it everywhere. Don't believe me? Ask that bitch nigga about me. You dig? All right, shout out to Complex. Complex dropped their 15 top Atlanta groups, and this is how it reads. And I kind of agree to it to the most part. 15 are gonna go with a group called PA. I'm not really familiar with them. Also, I moved to Atlanta in like 2002, like right after the last Freaknik. So, excuse me. I spent a good amount of time in Atlanta, fucking with niggas from the east side, Decatur, to niggas on the west side, Camilton Road, Swats, Bankhead, I mean, fucking with niggas on the south side, College Park, Jonesboro, McDonough, I mean, like, niggas on the north side, I mean, like, east to the west, south, north, I mean, I'm fucking with Atlanta. All right, number 14 on that list was Young Bloods. Young Bloods really had an impact a little bit after Crisscross coming into like the crunk era. A little bit after Crisscross and like Ludacris. That's when like Young Bloods and like Lil Jon really started popping up and standing out to not only Atlanta but the world. But I feel like 14, that's as much of an impact that they've had for the Atlanta culture and brand. I feel like that's kind of low for them. Next on the list is them Franchise Boys, 13. I feel like great that they on the list. They definitely had an impact on Atlanta. They started a whole wave, but for them to be 13 and D4L be 12, I think that should at least be the other way around. You know, Fabo has had an impact. Shawty Lowe's has an impact. The Down Forever album was dope, but they only had one album. Where them Franchise Boys had multiple albums. I mean, like, they toured with So So Def. They got songs with The Brat, Jermaine Dupri, Bow Wow. They had like real hits out there, like real hits. Next on that list is gonna be Arrested Development. I guess that's an old hip hop group from like '95. And next on the list is Ghetto Mafia. I'm not familiar with them neither. What I'm shocked to see next on the list, Crime Mob. Like Crime Mob their album was dope. I think they dropped like 2 albums. But for them to be higher on the list before them Franchise Boys and Young Bloods, that's kind of a stretch. Travis Porter's on the list. I know Travis Porter, they're like mainstream, they're big. I just never really followed their work. When I was in Atlanta, the times I was in Atlanta, they're throwing the bowls, they're doing the East Side Stomp. The first time I've ever seen 15 to 20 niggas just stop and just look at security and just rush security. Atlanta was wild, like wow. So like, I've been in Atlanta a long time, had a lot of dope experiences, just never really seen Travis Porter popping for like that Atlanta wave. Next on that list is Crisscross. Crisscross was definitely legendary. Boy band group put on by Jermaine Dupri. They definitely had their stamp in hip hop. Next on the list, Yin Yang Twins. Huh? That me and my brothers, they crack like no brothers. They high as some motherfuckers, they drunk as some motherfucker. Yin Yang, they deserve to be on this list. They deserve to be where they're at. What's that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the list. Then the next 2, I feel like Yin Yang should be before them as well. That's gonna be Rich Gang. That's a combination of Rich Homie Quan and Young Thugalicious. Free Young Thug, man. That YSL case is crazy right now. Next on the list is gonna be Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, which, you know, they definitely they created that crunk era. Like from Lil Jon came shit like Trillville and Crime Mob. So like, how you gonna have Crime Mob but not Trillville? That shit is crazy. Next on that list is gonna be Goody Mob. Shout out to Goody Mob. Like, I fuck with Goody Mob. Like, next on that list is gonna be the Migos. Number 2. Wow, Migos. I understand their famous success, but like they not from Atlanta. They're from motherfucking like Gwinnett County. I'm from Gwinnett. You know what I mean, it's just like I know they moved to like Cobb after a while, but like they some Gwinnett County niggas. Not taking anything from them, but like, are you not talking about Atlanta? But number one on that list is gonna be Outkast, which I feel like I know Outkast, like especially Speaker Box gave Atlanta their first sound. I mean, like started a lot of wave. And if you're gonna put Goody Mob number 3 and Outkast number 1, why not just have a combination of the Dungeon family and we could add somebody else to that list? Because another group that I feel like was missing from that list was Boys in the Hood. Young Jeezy now, Jody Breeze, Big Duke, Big Gee, like even Pimp Squad Click, Mac Boney, Young Dro, fucking, who else am I missing? I'm missing somebody else. It's the cocaine, bought me everything. Oh, I still got that blow. Oh, I still got that blow. That's when the DJ Drama mixtapes was going hard and heavy. But like, why Boys in the Hood wasn't on this list? Why Trillville wasn't on this list? But like, y'all basically summarized all the biggest male groups to come out of Atlanta. I don't know. I just feel like somebody white or Asian came up with this list. What do y'all think about this complex list? Is it pretty much accurate? Or are they just throwing names on the list? I feel like people like Young Bloods and Franchise Boys should be way in the front. I mean, like, my personal opinion. But if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. Follow me on Instagram, The Revolutionary Cuz Show. Also my Facebook fan page. Details in the description box below. Until next time, smoke for you, boy. Triples.